Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I want you guys to continue to pray for me. You know, the story of my life is that every time I get a few good things to line up in my life, one little detail has to spoil the fun. Lately, as you guys know, I had a lot of frustrations with dating as of late. I did make one really close friend. I wouldn't call her a significant other though, because we have some differences, but a very close friend. I got to thank um, a connection I had at the church for setting me up on that blind date. So I got a very close friend out of it. But two other people that I got to know over the last year, uh, it really bums me that how far they live because the connection was really good. And so, see, I can only ever make good connections with people who live very far away, right? So I made two very good long distance connections this year. When I was working on my PhD, I graduated and I took a job in Seattle, and I had a really close of connection with a girl that I knew while working on my PhD as well. I ended up taking a lot of trips back home. Actually, to give you an idea of how great I hit it off with her, I was flying mostly Delta Airlines at the time, and I got silver status on my Delta Airlines miles. And I remember joking with the ticket agent that their gold and platinum statuses are mixed up. This was 2014 when it first became mixed up. And so I joked with them that eventually silver it will be really weird for silver status to be the lowest because silver will be worth more than gold and platinum, right? Uh, and eventually, nowadays I would tell them eventually you might need a bismuth status as well, right? But I got silver status on my frequent flyer miles, and I continue to have this kind of problem to this day. I can only make good chemistry with people who live very far away. Last summer, I rekindled a connection I had made 7 years earlier. What had happened was that in 2017, I was traveling in Warsaw, Poland, when I stayed in a hostel, and I had a good conversation with the owner's daughter. She's very smart. I showed her how to view Jupiter and Saturn in the night sky, and I told her that in 3 more years they would come together in the sky. Make sure not to miss it. Unfortunately, she missed it because when I rekindled things, she forgot I had even discussed about that. Oh no, she didn't forget I discussed it. She forgot that I had discussed that they would come together. She remembers the viewing, but it's kind of interesting how I found them. Even the hostel has since shut down. In fact, the building that we were staying in became a quarantine facility for some time, and then they housed Ukrainian refugees for some time after that. And I thought that my opportunity to find her had long since passed. And the only way I found her was that I used the Wayback Machine to look at the old website, if you can believe it. And I found some references to names, and that's how I found her and the rest of the family and wished them well. Uh, and they're no longer running hostels. See, here in the United States, can you imagine trying to do that? Somebody in a foreign language telling you that they found you with a Wayback Machine, found your phone number, found your email address. Oh my God, you would pick up the phone and call the FBI, right? Only in Poland are people so open-minded to hear you out and get a chance to talk to you. Keep in mind, you got a young daughter who has some creepy guy calling in a foreign language, telling them that he found them through the Wayback Machine. Just try to picture that in your head. So the fact that I even got to get a conversation with her, let alone discussion about meeting up again, right? I didn't get to go back because my grandmother passed away, and I had to go to Taiwan this winter. I was thinking about her though because when my grandmother passed away, I actually told my grandmother to. I asked my grandmother to talk to Mary Curry to ask Mary Curry's great granddaughter to go on a date with me or set up a date with me. I was thinking the girl that I knew at the hostel might have been related to Mary Curry, and so that's why the idea came to mind. Now, Mary Curry discovered polonium 210 which is now made from bismuth 209, neutron activation of bismuth 209. So I left a small rock of bismuth in my grandmother's casket, and the casket was cremated. And to go give to Mary Curry when she makes it to the other side. And then after I get back to my hotel room from the funeral, I I don't know why I even did this, but I felt compelled to go onto a dating website. I hadn't used them in years. I felt compelled to do that. And long story short, before I knew it, I was having sushi with a local Taiwanese girl over there, and we hit it big just this morning. She was telling me about her dance competition. She was wishing me luck on my first day of class and all that. And unfortunately, another long distance connection that probably won't go anywhere because we won't be able to see each other enough to make it work, right? And see, I went from just Seattle to Rochester, which was like 3,000 miles. Now I need 10,000 plus mile long distance relationships, right? Eventually, I'm gonna have to date somebody on a different planet, right? At the current rate that I'm going, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.